Very simple demo showing you what happens when you when you take a phone number and you write a minimal amount of code to tell Twilio what to do with that phone number when somebody calls in. And we created a conference call demo. It was pretty straightforward. Let's take it one step further and see if I wanted to follow up on everybody who actually dialed into my conference line, and I wanted to say thank you for dialing in. So what I would do to do that, I'm going to write some Python code here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import my Twilio library, and then I'm going to create a variable called whoCalled, because I want to know who called my conference line, and I am going to look into my call logs for Twilio, and I'm going to say give me all the logs of everybody that dialed into the phone number we just bought to do that conference call demo. And I'm going to plug that in here. Oops, that's not the right format. I need the proper formatting here. And there we go. That should do it. And for everybody who called into my phone line, for caller in who called, I want to first print out to the screen the phone numbers of people that called in. Let's save this file here, and if I didn't make any mistakes, what this should do is print out to the screen, as you see on my terminal window here, a list of the phone numbers that dialed in, which was me and my colleague who in the earlier demo called in. But let's say I wanted to go one step further and look up who that person is, what their name is. I'm going to invoke the lookup building block that Twilio has and see what phone number, based on the phone number they called and where that phone number is registered, try and get their name. Now if I did this right, I should see not only the phone number, but this time I see the names of the individual. So my phone number is registered to me, and it looks like my colleague's phone number here was registered to a company, and that's what shows up. Okay, so now we know we can get call logs. Let's write a little bit of code to send a message back, an SMS back to folks, thanking them for joining my call. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Twilio SMS API, and in the body of the SMS I'm going to say thank you very much for calling in, it was a great discussion. Okay, and then I want to send this message to everybody that called in, and I want to send this from, in this case, the phone number that they used to actually dial into my conference. I forgot a comma there, and this should do it. Let me save this file, go back and run this application. Oh, forgot a little syntax element here. Let's go back here, and when I execute the code, oh, another error. I need a messages. Let's go back here, and now I'm actually going to pull up my phone screen here so you can see that this is actually working. And as you can tell, just now I got a message that was exactly what we wrote in the code, which says thank you very much for calling in, it was a great discussion. Okay, so that was a pretty straightforward demo. Of course, what I used in that demo was the phone number building block, the voice calling building block, that's how the conference call was set up, the lookup building block, that's how we figured out who actually called in, and then we used the SMS API, which was a way for me to send a message back to everybody that had called in. Earlier this month or last month, we shared that there are over 1 million developers that have set up an account with Twilio and are using Twilio as part of their applications. When they have gotten access to the phone number, they have built a lot more than just a simple conference call that I did in the demo. We did a quick benchmark to see what folks are building, and really the use cases are very, very vast. We started grouping folks together, and we got about 50 odd use cases, from things like account alerts to order notifications to SMS marketing to security use cases. When we thought a little bit more about it, these use cases really differ based on what the phone number, the virtual phone number, is assigned to. In some cases, the phone number is assigned to an application. In some cases, the phone number is assigned to an advertisement to do things like lead alerts and call tracking. In some cases, the phone number is assigned to individuals to create mass phone numbers or provide alerts to individuals in the field. In some cases, phone numbers are assigned to teams. And then we started thinking about what are folks trying to do once phone numbers are assigned to various entities. And when we looked amongst our top few thousand customers, we found that about 15% of the use cases when a phone number is assigned within software is to solve e-commerce logistics problems. You've bought something online and you want to know what's happened to the order, the billing, the shipping, and the receipt of that good. A lot of our customers are using that the Twilio technology to create automated alerts and back and forth communications about what was bought online. Some folks are solving access security problems. Some folks are solving lead generation problems when numbers are connected to advertisements. Some folks are solving people coordination problems by adding communications in software and adding software communications as part of a software workflow. And a lot of folks are solving customer service problems. Now, one thing you'd notice is that the sum of all of these use cases is less than 100%. That's because we could not categorize everything else that our customers have been doing into one particular business problem or the other. These are the most common set of use cases everybody has built. So let's look at what some of these use cases actually are. So when phone numbers are assigned to applications, we see a wide variety of use cases. Things like Eloqua, for those who don't know, Eloqua is one of the world's leading marketing automation systems. It allows marketers to reach their customers via email. Now there's an Eloqua connector to Twilio so that marketers can send urgent messages or just reach their audience via text messages using Twilio. PagerDuty, it's a great software application that helps system admins come together when there's an incident. They use Twilio so that their customers can notify members of an incident response team quickly and urgently by initiating a text message when there's a problem, so people know what it is, and also maybe offer a phone number in the text message that is really a conference call for a Twilio-powered conference call for folks to log in. DocuSign, a very popular document management system. A lot of us have signed documents through DocuSign. They provide a better level of security than passwords alone by sending a text message